Today I'm going to be showing 5 different shaders that are for Java 1.19. Each shader has its pros and its cons. Some look better, some perform better, and I'm going to be showing them in 7 different scenarios so that you can have 7 different scenes to show the effects of these shaders. The first being in the forest, and SamdotEXE shaders does look very nice and bright. Dr. Destin's was fairly balanced and pretty much the same look. Insanity had definitely a very nice spooky look to it. Lagless had a very nice balance to it, better than the Doctor version. Super Duper was very bright and nice. And overall, after looking at all 5 of them, I have to say that SamdotEXE shaders looked absolutely amazing compared to the rest. Next is in a water kind of cave location. SamdotEXE definitely had that realism to it. Dr. Destin's had quite a bit of good reflection to it. Insanity definitely once again has that spooky effect to it. Lagless had some realism to it as well. Super Duper looked very vibrant and also had some realistic to it as well. In the end, Super Duper was my personal favorite. Out of all 5 of those, it just had a way more Minecraft look to it. Next is the Deep Dark, and SamdotEXE shaders was really dark. Dr. Destin's was very basic, but balanced, nice and bright to it. Insanity had so much realistic glow to it. Lagless was also very dark and hard to see. Super Duper, once again, was dark and hard to see. Out of all 5 of those, I thought Insanity had the best look. Even though the rest was spooky, this one looked the most realistic. Next is Snow, and SamdotEXE shaders was nice and bright, a little too bright for my taste. Dr. Destin's was also a little too bright for my taste. Insanity once again gave a spook factor to it. Lagless was nice and balanced. Super Duper was very realistic and had that Minecraft feel to it. Overall, Super Duper had to be the winner for that one. It just looked absolutely amazing. Very good balance to it. Next is a river, and the water for SamdotEXE shaders looked very realistic and the lighting looked great. Dr. Destin's had pretty good water, but the rest of the location wasn't the best. Insanity was also very spooky. Lagless had a very nice balance to it, but didn't have the best when it came to lighting. Super Duper was very bright and very atmospheric. SamdotEXE had to be the winner for that one after a close look at it, and it just looked the most realistic for its water and lighting. Next we have Lava, and the SamdotEXE shaders looked very realistic for its brightness. Dr. Destin's had an okay look to it. Insanity was very realistic to its lighting. Lagless looked very boring and plain. And Super Duper had a very nice touch to it, and even the lava was a different shade. Super Duper had to be the winner to that. Just the look of the lava looked really realistic, and the lighting was beautiful. And finally, for number 7 for scenery, we have a village, and SamdotEXE was very realistic for its lighting. Dr. Destin's had beautiful reflections for the lighting. Insanity was extremely dark and hard to see. Lagless had a nice balance to it. And Super Duper was also very nice balance, but it was a little on the brighter side. Overall, SamdotEXE had to be the winner for this scene. In the end, for the winners, SamdotEXE had 3 points. Super Duper also had 3 points, and Insanity had 1 point. This means that Lagless didn't have any and same with Dr. Destin's. This doesn't mean those two are both bad, it just means those visually didn't look the best. I found that Lagless and Dr. Destin's did actually perform better than the other two, so if you have a pretty bad PC, you might want to go with those. You can change the settings for all of these, so don't be alarmed about that. The links are down in the description as well. If you did enjoy the video, consider subscribing and bazooka the like button. Have a fantastic day.